Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm James.
This is the Cornwall Property Podcast, episode 84. This is our top tips episode. So this is the episode we're trying to give you some bite-sized nuggets of information, some value to help you on your property journey. So, James, today we're going to be talking about how to find a good deal.
It's $1 million question and a very good one, and it's something that everybody wants. So first tip I would give is talk to everybody, thus being agents, people who are involved in property, go knocking on doors to randomers who might want to sell their property, and just keep talking to as many people as you can, because one of them is likely to know somebody who might have a good deal on the table.
Barbers, hairdressers, people that talk to a lot of people, definitely put feelers out there. I couldn't agree more. We've got a few deals, quite a few of our deals are off market, to be fair, but a lot have actually come from people who know people. So definitely couldn't agree more. So definitely say speak to everybody. Another one I'd say is an obvious one, get in there with the agents. Get to know the agents, get the agents to know you. Be consistent as you do so well for us, James. Again, any tips for when networking with agents?
Just be their friends, be consistent all the time, and if you have already done property developments, just make sure they're aware of that, what you did and where, because it just shows that you have got money and you have got the action taking to do deals. You know, most of the time with agents, you don't want to tell them what you're going to do, just be actually quite quiet and just show them what you're doing. They are observant to that.
Definitely.
So
One that I would chuck in there as a third point would be to walk the streets of the areas that you like, because I guarantee there's going to be opportunities there that people don't even know. So I've come across opportunities whereby walking the streets, I see a real rundown house, or it's like massively overgrown, or there might be graffiti on the wall, maybe a boarded window, or whatever, but it might not be on the market, on the open market. But if I see a property I like the look of, what I can then do, as I obviously will know the address because I've walked it, and on Land Registry, you go on Land Registry, type that address in. You can, for £3, you can download the title of that property, and on the title it will give you the owner's name and address. So that way, what do you do with that? Well, you can send them a letter, write to them, say, look, I'm so and so, I'm interested in purchasing your property. Would it be something you'd be willing to have a chat about? If you don't ask, you don't get. Or alternatively, knock on the door. Try and build a bit of rapport. So that's what I'd say is walk the streets, knock on doors.
Definitely. I think, everybody does want a good deal. And let's be honest, if it comes in the shop window and it is a good deal, it's going to get snapped up very quickly. So I would also go looking specifically for motivated sellers. Now, I don't mean like somebody who's had a family bereavement and a developer or somebody's trying to take advantage of that. It's normally somebody who's got a problem because they want to sell their property quickly because they need the money for something else, or maybe they're in a chain to find their dream house. And because they need that speed of a sale, they're willing to drop the price to make it a really good deal. So just have your radar switched on, listen to people, and by talking to lots of people who are involved in property, you're bound to come across somebody who's selling and they need to sell quickly, and that's how you find a good deal.
Good word. And off the back of that, a little tip that I would say is if you get the Google Chrome on your desktop, then on the as a bolt-on,
That's a great one.
With James's mind, how do you identify these motivated sellers? Well, if you download what's called a property tracker kind of like app or a little bolt-on, you can then, when you look on Rightmove, it will have a little arrow. On the arrows, you've got 3 arrows you can have. You'll have an arrow which is red, pointing up, which means the price has gone up. You'll have an arrow which is looking left and right, pointed, I think it's blue. That is mean it's just stayed the same, no movement on price. Or you might have that beautiful green arrow which points down, which basically means it's just been reduced in value. What does that tell you? There's a motivation there. They're not getting any bites. And there's an opportunity that maybe that they need a sale sooner than you think, which means there's an opportunity to maybe do a deal.
Absolutely. Just one other final tip I will give as well, how to find a good deal. Know something that others don't. For example,
You're telling now, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm actually going out of Cornwall, Dan, so don't panic. Don't worry, we're not a threat. I'm originally from Reading, moved to Cornwall 9 years ago, but if you get to hear of information in the area that you're looking to buy in, that something's going to happen that's going to bring a lot of, wealth and property increase to the area, that's how you can find a good deal. So, for example, in Reading, there was a bit of a bid of where the Elizabeth line coming from central London was going to end, and it was either going to be Guildford, Maidenhead, or Reading, but for those people who had eyes and ears closely to the ground, they were waiting for it to be announced. But other people who didn't know about it, they wouldn't have been for a chance for the opportunity. But literally, I was watching the day that they were going to announce it, and as soon as they announced that it was actually going to Reading, I actually made an offer on a property, which I got at a really good price. But by the time I actually completed on that, property prices had already gone up because there are lots of people living outside of London, like Reading, a backdraft of London, because it's cheaper rent, and so that was a good deal, and people didn't even know about it. So do your homework on the areas.
And where you can get that information is like neighbourhood plans. Try and
Definitely.
get onto neighbourhood plans. If you've got an area you like the look of, learn the provide. Look it up. You're going to be investing some money here, so you really want to know your stuff. So yeah, look up the neighbourhood plans. What are the plans for this area? What's coming up? Where do the council want to be developing in your area? Because those might be opportunities that, okay, well, I wasn't actually thinking out that route, but if they're going to be developing, obviously prices that side of town are going to be going up, or maybe I need to start looking that side just to kind of preempt and place myself in the right position for the market growth. So guys, hopefully there's some tips in there for you to take away, and there's some value there for you guys. If you've got anything you want to throw at us and you'd like us to maybe list some tips for, please do get in touch with us via the usual social media channels such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn as well, or you can send us an email.
Absolutely. And that's bye from me.
Bye from me.